Hi there! In a world where nothing is certain, that means anything is possible, right? If you want to fulfill your dreams and desires, you are in the right place. You absolutely can have a life of happiness. Everyone deserves an abundance of love, laughter, success, health and wealth. I'm Tara Chadzakis and you're listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. The show that brings you meditation, mindset and motivation. So start by giving yourself permission to be awesome. Sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Hi there and welcome to this week's episode of Happy, Inspired, Motivated. Now you know the startup phase, the honeymoon phase when you first start your own business. You know, you're really excited, you feel really confident, you're going to do this and you think that you know lots of different stuff that's going to help so many different people. And the journey sort of starts from there, but it's not always about, moonbeams and confetti. Because the further you go through your business, the more you tend to doubt yourself. So when you started, you're excited, you're going to start this new business. And then as you're going along, you work with a few clients and your confidence actually tends to dip, which sounds crazy, but it's true. There is a Dunning-Kruger effect that is a diagram and it shows you exactly what I'm talking about. So you start your business and you're all excited. And then after working with people for a little while, you get people asking you questions and there is new things that come up and you think to yourself, do I actually really know what I'm doing? Because, you're realizing that even though you know a lot about whatever your subject is, you don't know everything. I mean, the truth is that nobody is a complete expert and nobody knows everything. We're always learning, we're always growing, we're always having more knowledge impacted in our lives. But when you're working with clients and you start to realize that you probably don't know everything that they're asking and maybe you have to do some extra research, then your confidence starts to dip. And you can get to a point where you actually feel as though you don't know anything at all. You feel a bit ashamed about not really knowing that much because even though you thought you knew a lot, and you do, you don't know everything. And you start to question whether or not you can actually help these people. And that can be quite a scary point to get to. You've been going for a little while, you've worked with more clients, and there are more questions that are coming up. So you can get to the point where you think to yourself, do I actually quit this? Am I rubbish at this? Should I go back to my 9 to 5? Wonder if my old job's still available? Or do I actually keep going? And it's when you get to this point that you need the most grit. And it's the point that you need to really step up and keep going because, the more that you keep going, obviously the more you're learning because people are asking you questions. So the more you're researching, the more you're gaining more knowledge, the more you're understanding what your clients need, the more you're understanding how you can help them better. And you start to come out of the other side of that dip and you start to learn more and grow more. And then you sort of think to yourself, oh, hold on a minute, I think I'm actually getting this. I think I do actually know what I'm talking about. Things start to make a little bit more sense and you get to the point where you've grown so much from when you started, and your success is coming because in the beginning when you had a lot of confidence, but a little bit of expertise, you were quite confident in what you were doing. You were getting out there. You were helping people, and then the more expertise you get, the more your confidence drops. So you need to get out of the other side of that and get to the other side where you have a lot of expertise and you have a lot of confidence as well. But most people don't actually do this. A lot of people quit when they get to the bottom, and I really want to tell you that that's not the best way to go. You need to keep going. You need to keep growing because you will come out of the other side. Some of the reasons that people don't start a business, there are 3 main mistakes that stop people from actually getting started in the first place. And if you've actually started, you've got through these 3 mistakes. So the first one, a lot of people think that they have to have a degree to be an expert if they want to make money. And because maybe they don't have a degree, or maybe there isn't a degree available in whatever they're doing, there isn't a certification. Some people don't take any action. They get so overwhelmed that people are going to say, where are your credentials? Where are your qualifications? And they overanalyze lots of things, and other people around them seem to know what they're doing, and they look at other people maybe in the same field, same industry, and they think, oh my God, these people have got XYZ years over me and they've got more qualifications and they've got more of this and more of that. and it keeps them trapped and not actually getting started. But what they're actually doing is comparing their ABC, their first year, to somebody else's XYZ, somebody else that's been there through the Dunning-Kruger effect, for example, and has started, gone down into the dip, and then come out the other side. But if you don't make that first move, you'll never become successful. When you stop over-analyzing things, you start doing what you love and you explore what life could look like on the other side. You focus on your skills and your talents and you ignore what the other people are doing. Nobody started out with millions of followers or millions of clients. They all started at zero, the same place as you. And the more you believe in yourself, the more you start to make an impact in the lives of other people. Now, the second mistake that a lot of people make is that they tend to focus more on what they don't want rather than what they do want. If you ask somebody, what do you want from your life? Chances are the first few things they tell you are the things that they don't want anymore. They don't want to be in debt. They don't want to be in this relationship. They don't want to be in this job. And that means that they're focusing on the things that they don't want and not what they do want. So you spend time thinking about all the ways that you're going to fail. You worry about money because maybe you don't have money at the moment. You use all of your energy on the fact that you don't have business or business experience rather than focusing on getting the business experience. And quite often you talk yourself out of getting started because you don't think it's safe to do it or you don't think you'll be able to do it. Just because you've never done something before doesn't mean to say you can't do it now. When you look at babies and they're trying to learn to walk, you don't tell your baby, oh my God, you're useless at this, I'd give up because you've fallen down 5 times already. And the baby doesn't care. They keep going because they want to get better, and you will too once you get started. But if you're focusing on not having qualifications, not having experience, then you're putting yourself in a lack and scarcity mindset, and you're not looking for the future, for the abundance, for the growth, and you're stopping the flow of success from coming to you. So you might end up staying stuck in the job that's not ideal for you because you think it's the safest option. When you stop making this mistake, your brain chemistry will change. It will allow you to see the positive in situations. It will allow you to see opportunities that you had previously blocked and you hadn't actually noticed. And you will become confident and start to believe in yourself. And you attract other people who believe in you too. And they become your tribe or your clients or your clan or your group. And they're the ones that are following you because you do know what you're talking about and you do have a superpower that you can help them with. Now, mistake number 3, you don't think you're special enough or that you can really help people. So you're scared to step up and be seen. You don't tell people about your dreams or your goals or what you've been through that can help them because they're going through the same situation as you. You follow the crowd and you think that you need a proper job to get by. And people who are successful are special, but you have a superpower too. So if you continue making this mistake, you're going to hide in the shadows, praying that you'll get lucky some other way, praying that somehow money will come to you. Perhaps you pay the lottery. Playing the lottery is a bigger gamble than taking a chance on yourself, because when you do it for yourself, you're in control of the outcome all the time. The lottery, you're up against millions of people, but people play that every week and they're more likely to do that than take a chance on themselves and start their own business. If you continue to think that you're not good enough, that you don't have a way to help people, you might start a business, but you're going to be inconsistent with your goals and you're going to change them to reflect your current reality and not your future. So you might look at and say, I want to be a millionaire, for example, and that could be your goal. But then you look at your bank balance and you're like, well, I have £10 in the bank. I'm not a millionaire. And so you change your goals to like, oh, well, maybe just I want to earn £500 rather than £100,000 in a month. I want to earn £1,000. You lower your goals because you're focusing your goals and basing them on the reality that's around you. So that means you never tap into your full potential. You leave it simmering inside of you because you don't believe that you can actually make these dreams come true. But when you stop making this mistake, you become more confident to talk about your business and goals, and you actually try to achieve them. You make a start to make an impact in the world. You also don't worry about the money either, because you know that it's going to flow to you when you're at ease, when you're in the right place and you're in alignment with your business goals. Then money flows to you, and so do clients. And you have to trust that you have the skills and the gifts that will make an impact in people's lives rather than wasting money on get-rich-quicks like the lottery. So, there are three main mistakes that people make a lot in business, in starting their business. They worry that they don't have a degree to be an expert, so they think that they can't make any money. They also focus more on what they don't want rather than what they do want, and that stops them from visualizing the future and aiming towards bigger goals. And you don't think that you are special enough or can really help other people when everything that you have been through has brought you to this point today. And everything that's happened in your past, whether it's been trauma or illness or whatever situations you have been through, you have grown through each of those situations, and they've created the you that stands before you. And that you has so much wisdom and insight to help other people overcome what you have probably been through. If you wanted relationship advice, you would ask the person who has been married for 60 years, not the person that's been divorced 3 times. Because even though the person that's been married for a long time hasn't got a certification and a qualification in relationship advice, they obviously know what they're doing, and you do too. Everything that's brought you to today has created experiences and wisdom and knowledge and insight and advice that you can help other people with. So you might be toying with the idea of becoming, for example, a coach. There are coaching qualifications and they're a great basis to start from, but just teaching what you learn on a certification course is not going to make you a good coach. It's the skills and the experience that you bring to the table as an actual person that people are wanting to work with you for. And yeah, when you start up, you're going to be nervous, you're going to be excited, but it can be scary because you haven't worked with people before. But the more you work with people and the more advice that you can give them, the more help that you can have, the more you make an impact and you see people's lives changing, that's when your confidence starts to grow, and that's when your business starts to grow too. In my Overnight Success Academy, we focus on 3 pillars to success, which are clarity, focus, and action. And clarity is the first one, because it's so important to get the basis right, to get your mindset ready for business, to get your mindset ready to step into your role as the CEO of your own company. And looking at people's limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging behaviours. I have had clients who have started with me, and because they felt so uncomfortable looking at the limiting beliefs and their past behaviours, which is all about you being able to identify things that have been stopping you in the past. Some people can't grow from that. Some people struggle and they stop working through the Overnight Success Academy, and that's fine. Not everybody can deal with that level of discomfort. But it's like the Dunning-Kruger effect that I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast. It's that uncomfortableness and that fear that when you work through it, you come out the other side. It's like your comfort zone. If you stay within your comfort zone, you don't grow, and things that don't grow die. And there's a quote by George Adair, and he says, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. And that is so true. If you have a dream that you want to get something started, that you want to start your own business, that you want to be a coach or a service provider of some sort, that you want to help other people, then do it. Everything that's within you is a dream for you because of your speciality, because of your skills and your talents. We don't have the same dreams as other people because we don't have the same skills. And you've got to know that your dreams are yours for a reason, because you can do those dreams, you can accomplish those dreams, you can achieve them. But it all starts with the first step. If you never take that first step, you're never going to grow. And you're never too old to set a new goal. Doesn't matter what stage you're at in your life, whether you're 25 or 65. If you have a dream, you need to start following it, because otherwise it's going to get to the point where you're going to regret the things that you didn't do. And you can never fail anyway. Everything is a challenge. Everything is something to learn from. So even if you started a business, that business couldn't fail unless you quit. The only way you can work through a business is to grow, to adapt, to change, to add to it, maybe to pivot sometimes. And as long as you keep doing that and you keep learning and growing, then your business will succeed. And what happens if you have a launch and it fails terribly? Take a look at what you did, see what happened. What can you learn from that? How can you change it the next time? There is always a need for whatever it is that you want to do. It just sometimes takes some work and some different trial and error to get your message right, so that you can reach the right people that actually really need your help. I see so many women who want to start a business that makes money and impact, but they're still working the 9 to 5 and they're still trying to make ends meet. They have no idea what they want to do, but they know they want to make a difference. And they don't really have a huge social media following or much self-confidence. But there are ways to work through that. There are ways to get over those things. Because like I say, if you have that dream inside you, that you have that small spark, you have to fan it to get the flames going. You have to take the first steps to making a change in your life. Now I actually have something special for you today. So on the 26th of April, I'm going to be holding a free training to help you start a business that makes money and impact. Now who's this training for? So if you want to have your own business, but you've got no idea or aren't really sure about what you want to do, but you want to make a difference, this training is for you. If you're sick of putting like 110% into your work, but only just getting by financially, this training is for you. If you're ready to have more time freedom to do the things you love and work smarter, not harder, and feel passionate about your work, this training's for you. And if you've had enough of trying to find the answers by signing up to free content and would love a step-by-step system to make setting up your own business and getting clients stress-free, this training is for you. Now the training is going to be about 90 minutes. And I promise I will deliver as much value as is humanly possible in that time. I'm going to share real life examples of how the methods I'm going to be showing you in the free training can work for you. So it's all theory and all proof. And by the end of it, you're going to walk away feeling a lot clearer on the steps you need to take in order to build a profitable business and start making money so that you can take back control of your life. On my free masterclass, I'm going to be showing you the 3 top mistakes that keep you stuck in getting started, why you're not taking positive action, what to do instead that will get your business off the ground, plus my step-by-step framework on how to start your business without stress and overwhelm. There'll be lots of little extras in there for you as well, so it's definitely worth joining me on the 26th of April. I'm going to be hosting the live masterclass at 7 p.m. UK time. I'll put a link in the notes for you to join. I would love to have you there with me so we can show you exactly how I started my business and the things that I worked through, the methods I went through, the step-by-step framework that I've now created in my Overnight Success Academy, which are my 3 signature pillars to success. I'm going to show you all of that on this free training. So if you'd like to join me, I would love to have you with me. Use the link in the notes below to sign up and join us on the 26th of April at 7 p.m. UK time. If you have any questions about whether or not this training is worth you joining us for, then just drop me a message on Instagram. I'll put a link in the notes as well, but it's Tara Chatzakis, and we can have a chat about whether or not this training actually really is for you. At the very least, you'll have a framework to be able to put into place to help you start your business without the stress and the overwhelm and the fear. So I do look forward to speaking with you in the live masterclass on the 26th of April. And thanks for sharing your time with me today. I do hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Sending you lots of love and kisses, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you for listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. I'll be back next week bringing more meditation, mindset, and motivation for your happy and successful life. To find out more about our community, go to tarachatzakis.com/happy, inspired, motivated.